What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the live stream. If you guys do not know, I am host Sway from Host Sway's Exotics, and to my right over here, we got my boy Ball Python Love. He's the other host of the P&E Show, and go and introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I am the P&E Show. I have ball pythons. We go live every night. Josue and I, we flip-flop channels, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We always have guests, and tonight we got Rescued Replicated Reptiles or Wayne.
What's up, part 2? How's it going, guys?
Welcome back, man.
Oh, man, happy to be here. Very happy to be back. How y'all doing?
Good. Hello, sir. Solo, hello, military morphs.
Military in the house. I love them. They're so cool. I'm hoping a lot of friends come and watch tonight. I got some things to show. Some things to say.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because last time we had a real good time hanging out and like just chilling and talking and stuff. Because you're like a gold mine, just information, just talking, man. Like just sitting backstage and like that was cool talking about that with the ship.
I had a friend once tell me that I'm full of useless knowledge and trivial facts, but sometimes they come in handy. So that works for me. Whatever.
You should make military morphs blue.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Make military morphs blue. I see you trying to get up.
Smurf them.
Out of there.
We need to come up with like a on-screen thing, and be like, "You got smurfed."
You got smurfed. or like a Smurf comes up, like the jokey Smurf comes up and he like throws a pie in your face.
Yeah.
Little animation, that'd be cool. Who likes corn snakes? I love corn snakes. These were my first kind of snakes that I really got into as far as like breeding and, just handling snakes, because I knew that these guys were cool enough to handle all the time, but they were still flighty enough that they weren't going to be like ball pythons. And when I really got into like thinking about breeding back in the 80s, these were the ones. They were easy to keep in Florida. When I moved up to Indiana from Florida, that's when I gained all my real knowledge on them. Jason helped me out greatly with how to breed, husbandry, everything. He did. I learned a lot from him. And yeah, I love these guys. These two are actually from the same clutch. They're brother and sister. I love just how dramatic their patterns and their morphs can be.
Wow. Hey, dude, that's awesome. But, dude, Stanley's reptile crew isn't smurfed either?
Stanley's?
I don't know what you're talking about. They look blue to me. So, I mean, they're like they've been smurfed. Dude, I love corn snakes though. Corn snakes are pretty dope though. Like, cause like they're colubrids and also I don't know. Like you said, they're different than like the ball pythons. It's way different.
These guys, I like that they're ready to eat anytime I want to feed them. You don't want to overfeed them because they'll regurgitate. But that's the other thing. Like, it's less dangerous. You never want a snake to regurgitate on you, but it's less dangerous for a colubrid to regurgitate than it would be for a python. So these guys are. Often my adults, those are young, but the adults will take my leftovers. You don't have a ball python that eats. It's nice to have an adult corn snake or two around because they're definitely like the garbage disposals.
You ain't one.
You feed them last, and whatever didn't eat, whatever you have, and you always feed the corns last. And I do. I have 4 adult corns, 3 females that are all breeders, and the male. I have 1 male normal, and then I have nice morphs with the females, so that I have that normal base with the male. I know what he is, and I know what they are. So see what we get from there. I like it. I like doing it this way, and I always have 2 house together, the male with a female, and I rotate the 3 females out.
By the way, Stanley Reptile Crew, you are Sunday's guest. This Sunday, we have you scheduled down. And welcome, DWR Exotics.
Yes, welcome.
That's Shelby. She's awesome. Oh, she wanted me to take pictures today of the snake that I was going to give her. I showed you guys last time, the GHI. She actually named it. Nice. She's going to come out and pick it up, but she named him. She likes to name them after mythological, gods. Kronos. Kronos is this one's name. Yeah.
Kronos.
So I got caught up in something else. Hey, Kronos. I totally got caught up in something else today, and I was supposed to take pictures and send them to her. She really wanted to see them. So that reminds me now that I have to go do that tomorrow in the sunlight outside. But this is Kronos. I like him. I just yanked him out of there. He doesn't care. He's totally chill. And he's a true GHI. He's a male GHI. He's young. And he's going to DWR Exotics, who's on right now. This is Shelby's snake.
Not Smurf.
Kronos. I like him.
I like the name. She's so cool. That's so cool that she names her animals after like Greek gods, and that's mythological,
Because BPL has a couple of them like that. You got Zeus and all.
Well, no, I got Apollo, got
Odin.
Ares, Odin, Loki.
The way I see it, I love her. She's awesome. Her and her husband are super cool. I talk to them all the time. I really like them. And I have my Super GHI, Super Pastel Lesser. I've got the GHI and others. So this guy being just like the true GHI, I like that too, because that gives her something to work off of with her ball pythons, so that she can, she can make supers herself eventually. And that's the fun in it, Sometimes it's cool to get that blue-eyed Lucy White Diamond Super Russo and be able to put it with the Super GHI, Super Pastel, but not everybody can start like that. I just happen to be able to do that. And to be able to start with like this and make your own Super GHI and your own Super Pastel and mix them together and make that, that's part of the fun of it. That's part of the learning 100%. Experience. And doing this is so, it's so rewarding. I like starting with normals like the corn snakes. Oh yeah. Who's that? Which one is he? She is a Super Mojave female. She's the Super Mojave. Yeah, I knew she was she. I could tell. I don't know why. I just had that feeling. What's up? I thought I had a Super Mojave. Somebody told me that they gave me a Super Mojave, but it's not. It's a champagne fire orange dream. Whatever. I showed you guys that last time. Yeah, look at her. What she said, the Dragon Whisperer said she has Achilles. She's got a lot of people name their pets after like Greek gods, Greek mythology, Roman mythology. Like there's quite a few of them out there.
I don't know. I go for like the more basic names. I feel lame now.
Hey, Jocelyn's watching right now. Stanley Reptile Crew. She's got 2 rats named like Brian and Steve.
I had a cat named Carl.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Humanizing animals. They're part of the family. Someone I saw posted, they're not a collection, people. They're not a collection. They're part of your family. If you're referring to your animals as part of the collection, you are a businessman that doesn't act, in my opinion, doesn't care as much as you should. These are family members, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I may sell my family members, but
BPL damn show is because like he had a fire alarm go off a little while ago. He had all 15 of his snakes around his arms with him out the door.
And then
I was like, you ain't feeling no tone or nothing. He's like, fuck that. I'm taking my snake to get the hell out.
I grabbed them all. I just started putting them on me, and everyone looked at me as soon as I was outside because the place I'm at, they knew that I had 1 ball python. So when they looked
God,
at me,
laughing.
they knew. They're like, "Where'd the other 14 come from?" I was like, "Well, you didn't care about the first one," so I was like, cool.
It doesn't take up that much more space. I mean, it's my space they're intruding on, not yours. So, right? I'm gonna go put. So Shelby, if you're on, Kronos, I'm gonna go put him back now. But yeah, soon she'll be coming out to get this boy. He's got I like this pattern right here. You know, they all have their little marks that people love. Like this right here, I don't know what this is, but it's like this really cool looking like
interesting.
E or something like right here. I like that. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff on him. What's up? All right, we're going back. He's also hunting. He can smell the rats.
But yeah, because like that's how I feel. Like I really do care for all my animals, man, and like just I love spending time with them, just in general. Like because I mean, especially just spending time with the boa. I mean, I've conquered that. Now it's time to go move on to something else.
I've conquered that. I love it.
Dude, you do not realize like
wait,
baby
conquered?
steps was a thing. That would be me.
So you're 100% with taking the phone with you, showing us you putting your hand in there with no hook and just grabbing them out.
Now you doing too much.
Oh, I'm just asking.
We ain't that far now. I said baby steps.
Yeah, we got 11 in the house already. If you guys haven't already, please smack that like button and share this shit out.
Now, I wanted to show you guys this for one particular reason. I got a friend named Dan. A lot of people on here know who he is. He's Diabolical Pythons. Diabolical. So he has this saying that I really like and I fully agree with. Right now, what I'm showing you will actually probably catch me heat because you'll hear, you know, you shouldn't house these guys together. These colubrids could eat each other. They're known to do that. They're not, you shouldn't have them together because somebody could get hurt. I take every single one of them out and put them in their own containers to eat. Everyone eats somewhere else. They never eat together. They're always put back together after I clean them off because I want to make sure that they don't smell like their prey. And as far as I'm concerned, and also Dan's saying that I was telling you about, let me flip this. My snakes, my way. It's the way it is. You don't like it? I don't really care that much because I've been doing this since 1988, housing these corn snakes together. I've gotten flack from it. I've had people try to call me out for things like this. I never house certain things together. I will only put ball pythons together when they're breeding. I'm never going to like house the viper boas together. I will house the loxocemus to breed, but I'll split them up. And I never put beardeds together unless they're breeding, ever. But when it comes to these guys, sometimes I will absolutely let ball pythons linger a few days more. And since 1988, I've never had one corn snake kill another. Ever. You keep them well fed so that they don't want to do that like king snakes. A lot of people compare them to king snakes and milk snakes. You keep them well fed. You keep them clean after the fact. And I don't think you'll have a problem because I personally have gone to Indiana and I've gone to Kentucky. I've gone to Illinois and I have found these guys. In nests.
Lizard Mom and Beyond is here and not Smurfed.
Lizard Mom needs to be Smurfed. Carissa needs to be Smurfed immediately.
Hey, it was already done before you
I'm just
said
playing.
it. It was done before you even said it.
But I wanted to show you guys this because I know it's a really controversial thing and a lot of people talk about it and a lot of people have their opinions, especially new breeders. Oh my gosh, don't ever do that. Oh my God. I hear it all the time. I see it all the time, and it kind of makes me chuckle. And I try to explain to people, do it your way, watch them, make sure you're watching, and I don't think you'll have a problem.
Yeah.
The key is to never let them go too hungry and never put in something too small. Every single one of these, except for that orange one over there, are clutch mates. That orange one was introduced to this little group here. So what I have here are these guys. I have 2 snows that are male, and an Okatee, a reverse Okatee, and a female snow. The reverse Okatee is the orange one over there. That is not part of this clutch, but they're the same size, and I've never had a problem. These guys have been together for about a year. Sorry about the camera, but these guys have been together for about a year, and I've, like I said, I've done this so many times and had them together so often with so many other corn snakes, even breeders. I even males. I'll put 2 males to 5 females. I haven't had a problem. They don't eat each other. I won't put young ones with older ones, obviously.
Thought I was described.
I wouldn't put a ball python with my Burmese. I'm not.
No.
But these guys like this, I absolutely think so. And it depends on the situation, but I will occasionally house leopard geckos together as well. Some people do colonies. Some people say don't house them together. I do pairs, male and female, never more than that, if I do it. And right now I do have a couple of pairs paired up in there. So I'm hoping for, they are breeding. I've been watching, but they will be housed together permanently because I like when pairs mate for life. So they'll get used to each other. If I see any fighting, I'll separate them. But I watch carefully. And whenever I introduce, I make sure I watch carefully. So careful, I'm recording them with the camera in their tank, in their enclosure, making sure that nothing happened while I was sleeping. Nothing, just paying close attention, watching everything. And I think that's key. You really have to pay attention. You have to have the time to pay attention. Don't house animals together if you're going to work 8 hours a day and you can't watch them. For me, I'm here all day. So this is my thing.
Because I have some garter snakes that I keep paired up, and they do pretty well too. But they do that naturally though.
They do that naturally. I have found nests of them, and people will say, "Oh, that was just random." Florida and Indiana.
No, that's the thing.
Finding a huge nest of them all together, and people are like, "Oh, they only do that to mate." No, I'm sorry. It wasn't breeding season, and it wasn't hibernating season either. They just happened to be where I was working, doing my job, and I came upon them. Florida, Indiana, Illinois. I've seen them all over the place in nests. And there'll be aneries in there. There's snows. There's normals. They're all mixed up. And that's in the wild, too. They have all these different morphs in the wild. I see them. I've seen them. And I've seen them since the 80s. But I've been breeding them since 1988. I stopped for a while, and now I went back to it. What are you laughing about?
The comment.
What's the comment? I didn't see it.
I stopped stalking them, though. Yeah. It was a joke earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. It was funny as shit, though. Made me laugh for a second.
But yeah, I think that's totally fine that you do that though, man. That's I actually think that's a pretty good idea. I mean, you know what I mean? Because if they're used to being around each other, I mean, what's the difference? Especially their clutch mates and all.
They were born together. They've been together, and then I get them, and I'm not gonna separate them if they're used to each other. Might as well keep them together. I've had turtles and tortoises coming to me at the same time. These 2 are living in my yard together, and I'll watch them. Sometimes they get aggressive with each other, whatever. But for the most part, I can let my 3-toed box turtle out with my Russian tortoise, and they don't beat each other up. Just the way it is. Sometimes animals get used to each other. Watching this moth fly around, I'm gonna end up catching it. I wonder if Craft Brew is on, so I can catch this moth in mid-flight for him. And he always talks about that when I get on lives. Wayne's over there catching moths in midair like Mr. Miyagi with the chopsticks.
Oh god,
it's great.
I wish my garter snakes have some babies again. That'd be nice, though.
Oh, I've never. My experience with garter snakes is actually in Massachusetts in Lynn, and there's a place called Lynn Woods. It's huge. It's acres and acres of wood area. So I used to go out there, and there's water areas too. So my whole thing with rescuing started with spotted salamanders that were missing limbs and garter snakes from that region. And I'd find them messed up. Like they would be hurt, whatever. I'd be putting Neosporin on them. They bite the hell out of me. I'd put Neosporin on them. I didn't know. I was a kid. I was a little kid doing this stuff. So I haven't actually had, since I've been a keeper, I've never actually had a garter snake as like a pet or family, you know. So I think it'd be interesting. I would like to get another one.
That's crazy. Like I thought you would have one, like at least one, like a checker garter snake or something.
I haven't had a garter snake since I was 13 years old, and it was in Eastern, up in Northeast by Boston, like so that area. So and I've seen them, handled them, helped black racers, you know, out in Florida, garter snakes down there. They're racers, they're indigos, that kind of stuff. But I've never like had one. I've only had them for care and then released them.
We got black racers real bad in Georgia. Real bad, especially around this area. Like we got a lot of, I mean, you could find a lot more rattlesnakes and black racers than anything else. Like indigo snakes, pretty much they gone out of this area. But you may be able to find, you might be able to find one, but you have to go out in the country a little bit.
That's what I did. It was out in the glades. I mean, I did a lot of my work out in. I was part of the big snake removal projects, so like that kind of stuff. We saw everything out there, but it was deep in the Everglades.
Because I ask people every now and again, people tell me they have property and stuff. Like, oh yeah, I definitely have them. I'm like, are you sure? Like, you know, there's a lot of snakes that kind of look like it,
but they're not really. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I always
I'm also talking about the '90s, the early '90s too. So there was a lot more around then.
Yeah,
people didn't know. Cool. I mean, shoot, at 1992, until then they thought crested geckos were extinct.
What?
So, yeah. They thought crested geckos were no longer existed, and then somebody rediscovered them in Caledonia in '92.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Dang, and now they're one of the top.
I'm pretty sure it was 92. I think it was 92. But I know they were thought to be extinct for quite a long time. Like, nobody had seen them. And then somebody just happened to see them. And look at them now. It's booming in the market. Everybody loves crested geckos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're one of the most popular.
I got a rescue. I've got 13 others, 14 others. You know, that's I like them. They're cool. I'm playing with all of them, getting all the little ones, right? You can't handle them for more than 15 minutes. So, I mean, I got 15 of them. I can handle them all day.
Yeah, that's true.
You handle them for more than 15 minutes, they get overheated. You know, they get too warm. Can't have that. It's funny, right? Like ball pythons, you can hold them all day. They'll love you. They want that 98 degrees, whatever. Nope. Not these guys. These guys, it's actually hazardous to their health.
Yeah, because they just like house temperature. That's kind of where they normally stay at.
Yeah, that's what they are. That's why I showed you last time. They're up in my bedroom, and I have Oswald in my stepson's room, the one that's the rescue on my page. He's the only rescue, and he was pretty bad off when I got him, and now this dude's rad. He bonded to me like that for some reason, and he lets me just scoop him up. He talks to me, and I'll pick him up, and I'll be like, "You okay?" And he'll be like, "Eh." He makes a little noise.
Oh man!
I'm like, "You serious, bro? All right, cool. I can pet the top of his head. Like you can see his head bob while I'm petting his head, and he likes it. He just like lets me pet it. Comes into pushes up into the pet. Does that thing where you know, a lot of my leopard geckos do that too. So it's really cool. It's been a fun experience because all the rest are flighty. They don't really want to hang out on you that much, you know. So it's like you got to handle them and get them used to you. I even have adults that they claim to have been handled that weren't really handled much, but this one, for some reason, he was sick, he was stuck shed, he was all messed up, and nobody handled him. But he likes it when I do. Pretty cool.
Question from Kent: did you get it? Did you get the moth?
Oh no. I missed it. It went up there, and I think it landed on the picture of the 100% het pied Super Enchi that I have, and I didn't want to hit the picture because it'll fall down and break the frame. I see another one flying over here though, so if it gets close enough, I'll catch it. I'll show you. I like catching them and release. Keeps the reflexes fresh, you know. It's funny, my moths. Oh man, I missed that one.
That's some good frog protein right there, man.
I know, but I actually I can't do that anymore. I was doing that. I was actually catching them and throwing them in because they're all in here, and I know what they are. They're bee moths and they're seed moths. The seeds for all the grains that I have for feeding, and then I have the bee moths that I bred, I'll get waxworms and just like, you know, open the thing and whoop, there goes a bee moth. So yeah, those guys are flying around. But that guy Dan I was talking about, My Snakes My Way, he gave me a good advice. I kept because of where I am, for some reason I seem to have a revolving snake mite issue. Like it would be like I'd find them on this one over here, but not the rest of the rack. In this enclosure, but not any of the other enclosures. So it's like weirdest thing. And I was also breeding my own bugs. I still do. I moved those to another location, and I'm now using the Hot Shot 2 pest strip in here. And I had, since then, I put one of those in here. I have not seen a single bite. It's been like a month. And that also means it's permeating into any of these bugs that are in the room, like these moths. So those can no longer be fed to any of my animals. Those are dead. So if I catch them, I'll probably just either toss them outside or kill them. They're going to die soon anyway. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a pest strip. It's not, I mean, I shouldn't be, the recommendation is don't be in an enclosed area with it for more than 4 hours. And I'm not, because I'm in and out. I have stuff outside. I have stuff inside. I have doors open. At night, it permeates everything because the doors and everything are closed. People used to take these things, cut them up into tiny cubes, and put them in the substrate with their snakes. They've been using them for a really long time. I'm not going that route. I can't do that. So it's
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Some kind of pesticide. It gets into them, and it kills them. No ants. I haven't seen a single ant. Everybody I know around here has got ants. Termites. No mites. Not in the month since I've had them. And I see the only reason I'm seeing a few moths around, it used to be, and people know, they'd see me doing videos, and there'd be like 30 moths around. They're flying all over the place. I had to set the sensitivity a little lower on my cameras because they were always getting up on the cameras and stuff. Now I've seen 2 since I've been talking to you. So there's not many left. And the ones that do get out are from new feeders that I brought into the room, and they escape as I pull them in. But all of my feeders are now outside. I breed 6 different kinds of feeder bugs, and they're all outside. So I'm gonna I have them in containers, locked up. Nothing can get at them, you know. So I'm gonna do that instead of keeping them in the same area. It actually makes it a lot more convenient. And I like where they are right now because it keeps their temperature a little more regulated than when it gets up to in here.
So what kind of feeders do you normally breed?
I'm breeding hornworms, which are the tobacco sphinx moth. I breed the moths themselves. I keep them in tall screen cages with a hummingbird feeder and fake silk plants. So they lay the eggs on the plants, the fake plants, and there's never any contamination. Some people like to use tomato plants, pepper plants, stuff like that. I don't do that because if the worms actually do end up eating the plant, even though it's not the tobacco or even the tomato hornworms, if they turn green and they're not blue, that's actually pretty toxic to your animal.
Oh.
Don't let them eat plants. So I give them hummingbird food. It's the nectar, that stuff you mix. It's not really anything. You've got maybe a month. The moths don't live long. So it's a constant rotation. They go from the eggs, easy to hatch, super easy to hatch. Once they I just throw the eggs onto their food. I always do rapashi, and I have the superworm, that food, that super horn worm food, that one. And then I do superworms, mealworms, which are darkling beetles and the I forget what the other beetles are, but I do supers and regular mealworms. Bee moths, which are the wax worms, earthworms. Is that 6 or 7? Shit. But yeah, I breed them. I breed. Oh, and I'm doing black. I have a very small setup now, but I'm gonna expand it. I have a black soldier fly larva, black soldier fly setup with the compost. So I'm doing that too. I just started that, so it's not as successful yet. I don't have all the feeders I want from it, but my mealworm colony and my superworm colony definitely produce. Nobody has superworms right now. I do, but just for me, I can't sell them. They're all for me. Sorry.
I'm reading a comment in the chat.
What you got?
BPL, can you donate? There you go. Read it. It's right there.
Can we donate to the other spot even after the raffle? Not the boy who cried wolf. I think it's cried wolf. What's the rest of it say? I can't read it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So are you?
What are they talking about?
Well, the boy that cried wolf was BS Ball Pythons caught him in a lie.
I gathered that's what they meant.
As for another giveaway, I don't know which giveaway they're talking about.
I don't know. But if they're cool, yes. If they're not cool, no. That's the answer.
So how many of those do you normally breed with the hornworms? Like to keep you know what I mean, to keep everything fed up?
I can tell. They have to hatch before I can tell what sex they're going to be. So it's really like give and take. And so you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell when they cocoon. So what I do is I try to determine it. They have the little pores and so many slits and all that stuff. So I try to determine what's going to be male, what's going to be female, and I'll put a bunch of males in with that female. Man, they're always hitting it. Sorry, that's just always going after the girl. And I have 3 screen cages, and I'll do it that way so that I can rotate them. If I have to rotate more males or females into the other one, I will. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep usually like a half a dozen of the moths. So what you do is you have the tiny little babies, and you have to time it right, really. And I've had a lag in time where, of course, I've had to buy some. And there's also a very important point when these guys, you get the babies, you let them grow to full potential.
Yeah.
And then you take them and you put a little bit of food in a container with a substrate like cocoa, like eco earth, like something cocoa or something. So that I've even used like the Reptibark. They'll dig in that. But they won't do very well in like cypress mulch because it's too like wood, like you want something that's more like dirt, like even those cocoa block substrates that break down to like fine powder. Those are cool too. I put them in a deli cup, and you have to have a normal light cycle on these deli cups. If you don't do a normal light cycle, they are not going to hatch in 6 to 8 weeks. They're going to hatch in like 16 months. That's what they do. If you put them in a cup, half fill it with some substrate, put a little bit of that Rapashi superworm food in there, or hornworm food. I'm sorry, I keep saying superworm. The super hornworm food is what they call it. You put that in there with them, just a little bit of it, and enough to eat for like a couple days. They get it. They like bury themselves, cocoon. You take the cocoon out and you put it in something else. You don't keep it under the dirt because that's dark. They're looking for the dark place because months and months and months from now, they think they're coming out. But if you give them a regular light cycle, like you would a bearded dragon, you have like the 12, 13-hour days. I like to do 15-hour light cycle on them. And I had a timer and a light, just a normal light. It doesn't have to be UV. It can be just a regular light bulb, it just clicks on. And I had actually one of those little clamp lamps with a little LED light that went over the containers. It would turn on, stay on for the 15 hours, turn off. They'd come out in, I think it's like 6 weeks. And you have your moths. When those moths will die in about a month, and they'll die off, and you take their babies, you're doing the ever-rotating cycle of collecting their babies for food, but you've already got some babies growing up, and you've already got when you have moths, you already got larvae, and when you already have larvae and cocoons, you already have big ones still going, and you have small. You know what I mean? You have to keep up that flow. If you don't, you wait. But that's also I also don't primarily feed any of the things that I've mentioned to you. I feed everything to them, so they get it on a revolving basis. They don't always get superworms. They don't always get mealworms. Not everything gets everything either. Like, I don't like to give mealworms to leopard geckos, or bearded dragons, to be honest, but I will. I like superworms because that exoskeleton, that whatever they call it, is softer. It's easier to digest.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody likes superworms and why they're sold out all over the country. It's so hard for people to buy them right now. It's reptile keepers just bought everybody's stock, and now they don't have much. So I successfully have bred and am breeding darkling beetles, which are superworms. And for the reason I don't really like mealworms that much, but I need the tiny little baby mealworms and superworms for like the baby turtles. And I don't give crickets to crested geckos. I don't like coccidia. I don't like salmonella. I know they carry it, and the cresties are too small for me to gut load and try to get rid of any parasites or whatever with the crickets. So the mealworms are a lot easier with them, and they're tiny. So I just give them little worms in a cup, and they can go right to the cup and eat it. I don't have to worry about them trying to find it in all their bioactive enclosures, which most of them are. And that cup is where their food is. So they're also not going after the isopods that are cleaning the place.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing with that, crested geckos, isopods, never put in protein eating isopods because they'll eat them. Cresties will just let that happen. Leopard geckos will kind of let it happen too. So, and I do have bioactive with isopods and springtails and with my leopards. But so what I do there is always dwarf white or those powder blues. Those are both vegetarians. They won't go after, they'll only eat the vegetable, the vegetation and the poop, because their poop is mostly vegetables or fruit. So they'll eat that. They'll eat oak leaf. I really like oak leaf litter. And I put that in all my bio tanks with the crested geckos because it breaks down, and it's also a form of food for those isopods.
So you said oak leaf?
Oak. I use oak leaves. Yeah. Do I have a pack right here?
Because I think I got an oak tree at my parents' house or somewhere over there. I can go get some leaves and stuff for, because I got like a
shameless plug, US Invertebrates. That's usinvertebrateauction.com. I really like these guys. They work with my favorite pet store. I should say one of my favorite pet stores. I have a couple, but one of them is Beast Pets, and these guys work close with them. And Beast Pets, Sean, he gives a shit. This is why I like this guy. He cares. It's rare, but he cares. He's not all about the money. So these guys, I get all my oak leaf from them. All the any supplies I need really for the substrates are awesome for these crested geckos. They have oak, and you can put in, I think, magnolia. There's a couple of other different things, but I like the oak. I'm from New England. There's a lot of oak trees. It smells like New England. It smells like where I'm from. Right on. And they're dry, so they're already starting to break down. So little crumble, isopods. Love it. They eat the heck out of that stuff.
What I don't have is springtails, and I definitely need to get some springtails.
I like to have them in there. They're fast. That's the cool thing about them. That it's harder for your animals to eat them, and they eat a lot. They do eat a lot of that poop. Because
my isopod culture is doing pretty good so far. Like, I haven't counted them, but I actually had enough that I put inside of this tank back here, and then I'm finna spread them out to one of my other ones too. So we'll see.
I got a dairy cow colony going on right now.
I've seen those. Those are really not cool looking ones. There's a lot of cool looking isopods out there.
I want the duck one. Everybody wants the duck.
Because like, I actually got a card from somebody. Who was it?
I like them. I used to play with the little roly-poly style. I know they're different, but the little ones back home. Just mess around with them. Never knew they could be like cage cleaners. I also for animals that don't eat meat, that don't eat bugs, I also like buffalo beetles. Those things, man, they are nice cleaners. But they're
Buffalo
realistically
beetles?
like with snakes, you can't really do it like a ball python. There's just too much poop. You know, but right now, rainbow snake, the rainbow flying one I have, not very big, small, bioactive with isopods. Why not? Doesn't produce a lot of poop. I don't have to clean it. Thanks. Gotta love it. And the snake's not eating the bugs. Doesn't care about those. It wants lizards.
All right. So we are a little bit over 30 minutes in. So let's see. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick.
Are you doing the shout outs?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you do the third row?
I could do the third row.
Awesome.
Let's do this.
So let's see. I kind of want to play this one first because I want to give a shout out to all the people that donate with the super chats and the stickers and all. So I really appreciate you guys.
Yo. Before when you play it, though, I want to be saying shit. Nothing bad. Just like you'll see.
All right.
You
But yeah, like,
music, so fuck it, dude. I'm doing this shit. Let's go.
do it. But yeah, like I said, these people show up to a live stream most times, and they actually felt the need to actually donate to actually help fund the channel, me and BPL, to get stickers and all kind of other stuff we're going to be doing with the money. So we definitely appreciate the guys. So definitely check out all these people here on the screen about to pop up.
Big Venom, Crunch Gang, Celtic Balls, Ball Pythons, Prehistoric Companions, Badass Dude, Dragon Whisperer, Dragon Knowledge. We could skip this one. No one cares.
Whatever.
Desert Wolf Armory, Big Dog, Solo Butterfly. Thank you. Yandel Family Jewels.
So we appreciate all those guys with the super chats and all things you do to help fund the channel and all. So definitely, guys, give them guys a special shout out. And we can move on to the actual list we got here. So as you guys know, we like to give shout outs to all the people that actually come up here on the P&E show. So if you guys want to get up on this list, you got to come hit us up. Let us know what day we can schedule you in to come hang out on the P&E show. We go 7 days a week. So we got a day we can get you up here. So just let us know. We got Instagram. Hit us up in the comments on a video. Howsoever, you can get in contact with us. But first up on the list, we got Ball Python Love, the co-host here on the P&E show. Super cool brother with his ball python feedings, and he's gonna have some vlog stuff coming up, some different kind of content. So definitely, guys, go check him out. And you also check out Rescued Replicated Reptiles. He's the other brother on the panel tonight. So these are two real important people. We'll definitely check those guys out. But we got Iron Dog Reptiles, super cool brother with the he has the retics and all. Venom Wonderful. He has the venomous snakes we have here in Georgia. Derek's Reptiles. He just did an awesome interview with Brian Barczyk. Not Lose Exotics. Love the stickers, brother. J&G Reptiles. He was on here a little while ago. We got to see a horned viper destroy a mouse. It was I don't even know what to say about that. But Kurtwood 75, super awesome guy with his ball pythons. Hill Jack's Life. He had the albino Western Diamondback, so he's into rattlesnakes. Desert Wolf Armory is the king of the rattlesnakes. If you don't know, reptile feedings representing down in Florida with his new boa constrictor from Colombia. And we got D's Balls and Exotics with his Burmese pythons.
Next on the list, we got the E and the P&E Show, host Ways Exotics. He is the co-host of the P&E Show like myself. We are on his channel right now. He has amphibians, ball pythons, garter snakes, rattlesnake, boa, breeding his own mice and other things. So definitely check him out. Pac-Man Frog. Next, we got My Animal House, cool ass dude, good friend of mine. Goes live Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every Tuesday with his wife. Spider Mom 1978. She was kick-ass guest. We had her up here. She had 50 plus tarantulas plus a bearded dragon, TNT balls. Once again, another good brother of mine. Cool ass dude, breeds ball pythons, really good friend. Prehistoric Companions was a guest, and it was a really cool ass interview we had with him. OSMR Balls. He's a good friend of me and Josue, and I'm not a very good guy. Fitz Family Constrictors. That's Uber, cool ass dude. Proper Royals. He was a guest up here. He should be coming up again here soon. Always evolving pythons. AEP Miguel. We had him up here. Cool time. Next, we got Mary Pythons and the Holy Balls. She was up here with her husband Mitch. Good ass, kick ass time. Next, we got Rescued Replicated Reptiles. Now, you see the IG symbol? Because that's where you guys should hit him up. IG, Instagram. So definitely, once again, big shout out to him tonight being the guest tonight and at little notice. And appreciate you, man. And next, we got Marquez Family Reptiles. He was a guest. Cool ass dude.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't know as much about these people as you guys do, and I like the way you guys shout people out. I don't know what to say about Area 51 morphs because I don't know them as well. So I think you guys should continue to shut up because I think that you guys would give better. I like the way you do it, and you guys give much better, props to the people that you know and love.
We assumed he was abducted once or twice.
Abducted once or twice, yeah. I would agree. What about Doug's Monsters?
I think he's from Scotland.
Scotland.
Nice. I send a lot of stickers over to Scotland. Balls or us?
He was a guest actually
last night?
Yeah, or last night maybe.
No, night before last.
Yeah, 2 nights ago we had him up here. He just picked up 2 new boas, but his favorite thing is ball pythons, and he has the Matt is epic from Area 51 Morse, by the way. But no, we had him up here, and yeah, he's cool as dude. Favorite morph's the Jedi morph.
Nice. Jedi morph. Nice. Pogo's Pythons.
Cool ass dude. Just got, I believe he should be having his first clutch, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, Pogo. John, don't get mad.
I love new breeders. I love people that are just getting into this, that have that passion. There's nothing like it. That new, I want it all kind of passion. I love that. Fox Hollow Reptiles.
Oh, dude, he had bull snakes.
Yep, he had an albino bull snake. Kick ass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's not something you see too often.
I saw a bull snake recently around here. I actually considered getting it, adopting it. I thought about it. Dragon Whisperer.
The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yep. I actually have a shirt with a bearded dragon on it that says Dragon Whisperer. So props to that guy. We got Moreno Morphs.
That is Jerry. He's a cool ass dude. He likes to drink and hang out.
Well, I imagine the same could be said about Celtic Balls, and I mean I am Irish, so that's what's up, brother.
Celtic Balls was actually, they're an older couple and they don't actually drink. We had them up here. They're
no
cool.
Drinking. Oh well,
drinking.
Irish people. It's a myth. I'm Irish, so yeah, it's a total myth. Morph Exotics.
Yes,
that
cool ass
morph?
dude. Yes.
Oh, I like that. The T on the end. That is cool. I need my glasses.
Got to be different, man. Got to be different.
Now, I just started following and actually really already like Gray's Reptiles. That's a recent follow for me. A family man. That's what appeals to me. I'm a family guy. My daughter's 9. She's involved. My stepson. So I really, people like that have the kids involved and they're doing the. I love that stuff. So I'm happy to be his new follower, for sure. I talked to him a little bit today. Gave him a shout out. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I am a dad. You're a dad. Take the day off. What did I hear? If she can push a baby carriage, she can push a lawnmower. No. Just kidding. But take the day off. Sunday's our day.
Yep.
That's right?
Yep.
You guys both dads? I know he is.
No, unfortunately. I'm not.
No, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe one day.
Boys.
I'm a reptile dad, though, if anything.
You're exactly. There you go. You got your babies. Same thing. Happy Reptile Daddy Day. That's what's up. That's funny. That was cool. At least I got to, I know one person on the. I know, I've seen him, but I like the way you guys shout out people. I think that's cool. What are you looking at? I see you looking at those chats. What we got going on?
Yeah, that's what I was over here looking at. I was trying to catch up, make sure we haven't missed anybody.
Yeah, because lately today's bullshit, and then there's something else in the live stream that happened. Oh, Sonora Herphaven went crazy.
Who did?
I don't know if you know that person, Sonora and Herphaven. Like he just went like crazy. Like you just came in the chat and he was like, "Oh, all y'all do is make live feeding videos. F y'all. This is stupid. Y'all content's lame. This that." And I was like, "Dude, that's crazy."
Wait, was that today?
Like 2 days ago. That was like something
I didn't see
that happened.
that. What?
Controversy, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I watch you guys' videos, I usually don't pay attention to all the chat stuff going on. I like to see what you guys are talking about and stuff, like, unless you're focusing on the chat. But for the most part, I'm not like reading everybody's comments because I'm watching you.
Because I think it was like towards the end of like the one of the videos, because it came out of nowhere. Because I was sitting there and then I just happened to look at the chat and I just seen Iron Dog. He starts like cussing in the chat. He's like, if you got a fucking problem with how I run my fucking channel, he's like, PM me. I was like, oh shit, what's going on?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I said, the Godfather's in here snapping.
Don't mess with Iron Dog.
Yeah.
No, I was like, oh, dude, someone fucked up.
Yeah, because I ain't never seen them do that before. I was like, oh snap.
Yeah,
shit just hit the fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see the chats unless I close you out. No, you guys can tell me if anything funny goes on.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Some people like it, some people don't. But you ain't got to be disrespectful.
And he was complaining about live feeding.
Yeah.
I try to do, for me personally, I try to do frozen thawed with everything, but there's animals that don't take it. I mean,
yeah,
I have to throw a nose in with snakes. I mean, and they're alive. It's not like I'm freezing them. And then I've got I've got like the ones that I got from the flipper that I didn't know were flipped. The Sumatran blood pythons that had to be assist fed all 5 times before I got them. One of them actually took but it was a live rat pup. That's the only way I could do it. I tried frozen everything. And then I just said, you know what I'm going to do? I tried to do a pinky mouse alive. Didn't want the pinky at all. So I went to a rat pup, perfect size, perfect container it was in, nice and snug. Took it, no problem. The other one, still assist feeding.
Okay, so I mean, here's something I really haven't mentioned until recently. So, I have 15 ball pythons, and my personal, that's mine. I actually have one that does not belong to me that I've been rehabbing.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, I've gotten this thing every time I throw a rat in there, a rat pup, or a good like wean size rat for it, instantly gone. I'm like, what the hell is the problem? So I'm like, I mean, I saw the setup and I'm like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But it has no problems with me, man. I'm like, what the hell?
I look at it like this. I'm a rescue first and foremost. I am going to do whatever I can to keep that animal going. If it's refusing frozen every time and I have to feed live, I will. Do I prefer not to? Yes. Only because I've seen animals get damaged by live animals. I personally had a nice, beautiful young Burmese python die from a mouse that was suitable size but came back alive inside, was not constricted fully. I've also had I have Scar now. Did I show you guys Scar last time with all the scars on his back?
No.
I think I did. But I'll get him now.
You did?
Pretty sure I did. But he's I'll grab him. He's a prime example as to why I personally don't want to feed live, but I will. I absolutely will if I have to. I don't care. I also don't judge. You do what you do.
I get that, man. Yeah. I mean, we had this talk before, but I breed my own rats, and I breed them I love them. I mean, they get some kind of piece of me, and I feed them well once a week. Like besides the Missouri, I'll give them some kind of snack throughout the week and some kind of treat. But other than that, yeah, I mean, that's my food supply for my snakes.
Scar is not coming out of the water bowl.
It's
So,
all good.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna show. I got him open. I'm still gonna show. Where you at, buddy? So, Scar's back is 100% scarred. The people that had him when they got him when he was young left him in there too long with the live rat, unknowing that this would happen. His entire back is one big scar.
That's crazy.
I know.
It like bit him all the way down.
Say that again?
It like bit him from the head all the way down to the tail.
Because it was a very, very young snake. Yes. And Scar is, he would be a lot more beautiful. He's a pewter, lesser DHD stripe clown. So, that stripe should be very prominent. And he's got that almost head to tail. That's all scarring on his back. As you can see, this is his back. This is his back. Goes on. He's very blue right now, so I'm not going to even attempt to pull him out. See how blue his eyes are? He does not be touched. But he's very handleable, very nice. My girl Melissa really likes him. He's a super sweet snake. Gets along, no problem. But they just, it was their first one. They faux pas. We do that. That happens. And the person that I got them from, I got like beautiful snakes from that are like some of the most beautiful animals, and they have nothing wrong with them. This is just their first one that they made the mistake with, but they also babied him. He was super handled, babied, fed well. As far as I know, he hasn't been bred. I don't think he was. He's like when he gets stuck shed, gently, carefully, Q-tips, take hours. I do it. They did the same thing. So they did take very, very good care of him after the fact. They were just new and they didn't know. And the guy actually became a pretty prominent breeder, and I bought out most of his collection so that I could do the breeding to support the rest of the rescue. So he's known and, definitely good at it. He knew what he was doing. It just happened to be their first animal ever. And it was like it was one of those deals, like basically he was like, look, you're buying these snakes. Would you take care of this one too for me? So he trusted me with his family pet. And I take real good care of Scar. I think he's totally fine. He eats every time for me. He never refuses food. And I peel his shed off half the time. I give him a good water bowl so that he can fit in it nicely. And I think I've only had to peel his shed off of him half the time. The other half, he actually does a full shed. So he doesn't always have a bad shed. But it definitely, I'm always ready for it. Definitely happens.
Yeah, because mine is like that too. Because I got one, he's got a little bit of scarring on him, and yeah.
This is like, he's so severe. Like,
that's rough, man.
I use coconut oil on him. I use coconut oil on me, so I use coconut oil on him to get with the Q-tip to get the skin off of the scars. If it doesn't, I don't like using like anything else. It's like all natural. It doesn't hurt him.
Yeah, coconut oil is good on a lot of shit. Like a lot of stuff, and just in general.
Man, I pull it with my, I use it as like a mouthwash. I pull with it. I brush my teeth, like everything coconut oil. Oh, the strips I was talking about, I'm using these in the room. I know a lot of guys will have these like hanging up at a corner somewhere. They kill everything, man. I was having a mite problem. I kept getting the problem was I was quarantining in there, but you have to inspect the animal, and I think I was accidentally either bringing them into the rescue or they were coming out from outside. I don't know what was going on, but I never had like a full infestation anywhere. It was always like one enclosure or 2 tubs in this rack, but not the other 4.
that comment he puts up right there that he just put up, that reminds me of the love lock.
That's why I put it up there.
DG holds what's this? The mice head?
Yeah, see, I kind of patented that shit a while ago. It's called the love lock. I will hold them back there's times like I'm like, oh, I can't bite, so I'll like hold it from underneath the chin sometimes, just be like,
Oh,
did
you
something.
hold the mouse, the rat mouse from there, or?
Oh, no. So, I mean, I'll hand feed them too. I'll hold them by the tail and let them go for it. But as soon as they take and the rat or has the opportunity to bite, I'll hold that bitch's little head back.
Oh, I see
I'm
what
like,
you're saying. Yeah.
You're dead. You will die.
I mean, I've done it all. I've done everything from frozen. I've gassed them. I've froze them. Frozen thawed, got them, ordered them. And I've pre-killed. I've given live. It just, honestly, it depends on the animal and the person. And my snake's my way. If you don't like it, sorry.
No coconut. It's awful.
Yeah, Lizard Moms and Beyond says it's awful. But then she also said,
well, I'm not soaking them. It's a very small amount, and it takes the shed right off, and he gets a bath afterwards. So I'm not leaving it on him either.
Well, never mind.
She said because she's allergic. That's why.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what, kid? I'm just kidding. I thought you were saying it was bad for her. I don't think it's bad for them. I mean, I wouldn't soak them in it. I just use a small amount on a Q-tip.
Now, the weird thing is, I don't like coconut. Like, it's two things I do not like flavored.
I drink
coconut and banana flavored things. I do not like those two things.
Oh, flavored? No. I'm honestly, I'm Ital. I don't know. Some people might know what that is. Some people don't. I eat like Rastas eat. I eat vegetarian. I eat good. I only eat it organic. I don't eat BS. And I definitely don't eat flavored things. I eat coconut and drink coconut water and eat bananas. And I don't, I'm not nothing flavor. I don't do soda. No soda. No, nothing like that. I'm a completely natural kind of guy. So it's a very healthy. I lead a very healthy lifestyle, I think.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm drinking right now.
And some water. I don't judge. You want to eat a McDonald's? Go ahead. I don't care. I mean, it's not my body. Whatever. I just eat the way I eat. It helps me. Helps my stomach. I got a bad stomach.
I couldn't do the vegetarian thing though.
Man, I love bacon. I mean, I want to eat some meats. There's certain meats that I want to eat. I lack an amino acid. I cannot digest it. Mm-hmm. I will get cancer from it. That was the words of the doctor. I was young. He said, you should probably stop eating meat now. You're not digesting it. That's why you're having so much stomach pain. You're having all these problems. I found out that a lot of pills are held together with animal compounds. The gel caps are hooves. So for some reason, I'm puking. Yeah. I can't take pills at all. I can't take Advil, Tylenol, any of those. Just the same thing. Completely directly related to meat. Something about me not being able to digest proteins or something. So it's funny. I'll sit there. You see my bearded dragon food before I put that powder in. I'll set some aside for myself. I did today. Like Melissa walks in, she said she sees the big bowl, and then on the chopping block there's some other stuff, and she goes, "Oh, that looks like a nice salad." I said, "Yep," and I got like their salad and my salad, and it's pretty much the same stuff. Why not? I eat well. They eat well because I eat well. All organic, no GMOs, none of that Monsanto crap. I try to get as much as I can into them that's nutritious, and I eat the same stuff. So works out well for me.
True that.
Yeah, true that. And I make them smoothies, like little slurries, and
I bet they
don't drink those because those are funky.
I bet they love it though.
They love it. Only occasionally because we don't want them to get the runs. But I do give it to them like maybe 3 times a month, 2 or 3 times. What I like to do is the younger ones, especially the ones that come to me, rescues, they're not eating well. I give a little Reptiboost in there too. I add that Reptiboost and mix it all up in the blender, and everybody gets a little boost, And most of the beardeds get Reptiboost anyway as a maintenance, because I have 2 rehomes. The rest are rescues. So that everybody gets Reptiboost. Pitching all these companies for these people tonight. I hope they're hearing this. Can you hear me now, Rep to Boost? I use a lot of Rep to Boost, Mr. Fluker.
So give this man some, send him some, like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna need a case of Rep to Boost. And
On the house.
Oh, you know what I really like to use, and I put it up today on one of my posts. I like and I can't say I like it. They love, and it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever I put in that bowl, if I sprinkle that Fluker strawberry banana flavored, that calcium dust with the D3 on there, they're like,
Flukers make some?
they eat the shit out of that. They love that for some reason. It's Flukers makes calcium powder. I like Flukers. I've always used them for like gut loading my crickets and the gels for the watering and stuff like that. I love their products, and I've always have. I've liked their stuff since like the 90s, and they love it. But it's strawberry and banana flavored. It's just, I know flavored, but it's Fluker, so I trust them enough that and these guys go. I'll put that dust on top of the buffalo, the dog food for the blue tongue skink, and I'll just sprinkle that on there, and it's like I got my dog food and my fruit, and he loves strawberries and bananas. He loves both of them, so he just like, as soon as he smells it, he'll throw that tongue on. He's like, oh yeah, he eats more of that with that stuff on it, which is good for him. So it works out. It works well for me. I use all kinds of different powders. I'll use Rapashi. I'll use whatever I can get, as long as I feel like it's a good product. But for the most part, that Fluker strawberry banana. Yeah. Especially with the bearded dragons. They love it. And I'll dust the crickets in it too. Oh man, they go nuts. Crickets taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snow.
Yeah, there you go.
You knew that was coming,
all
right?
the way. I haven't seen that movie in ages. Good Lord, that's a funny movie.
Oh, I pulled the female viper boa out the other day, and yeah, she was cool. She was like chilling with me for a second, and she was just hanging out and starting to like look around and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, are you actually being cool? And at that moment, she was like, nope, and she went wow and tried to get my finger.
Oh man.
Like, the adult female, man, just like she's funny. I'll handle her. I don't care. I'll grab her up, but she definitely always tries to bite me. She's a shit.
So they're just more natural. Are they just naturally aggressive like that?
I think they are. And I mean, I don't know. I think they just
because they're cool looking snakes.
They look like death adder, so puff adder, whatever. But oh yeah, you're turning white a little bit too. So she's a little more temperate today. Temperate? What I'm looking for. You want to come out? You want to see your fans? Can I pick you up? Oh yeah, she's gonna go for my hand. Nope. I'm gonna put you right back there. Yep. She went for the glass. Did you see that? She tried to get my body. She was like, saw me through the glass, and she was like, I love this girl. So I don't mind too much that she's this aggressive because I'm not too concerned about. Whoop, there it goes. I'm not too concerned about her.
Yeah.
Bite. She doesn't have a really hard one. She hasn't hit me yet. She's only bumped me. But yeah, since she's in the water, she didn't want me to touch her. Get back in there. It's okay. Yep. She's like, nope. Sticking the head out of the water. She's like, I'm just going to let that go. There she goes. Now I'm going to go hunt Dad.
They're real cool looking snakes, though.
They are very cool. I can handle this one. This little dude lets me handle it all the time. Let me wash my hands off. I'll let you look at this guy for a second. I'll put him up here so you can see him. I got to get the sanitizer because I won't handle it in between. Even with these two. Nobody that's never been together, This little guy, he's an explorer, so he's not so much he doesn't really want to like chill on me because he's still young. As soon as he gets out of there, he's ready to like, what's going on? Where we going? We're gonna go find some food.
Good night, Lizard Mom.
Good night, Lizard Mom. Love you.
Thanks
Sorry
for stopping
about
by.
the coconut oil thing. He might be hungry too. I should have thought of. He takes pinkies at any time. Like he always takes pinkies from me. He might go for the phone right now in my hand. What's up, little one? Hi. Do you want to come up? He's debating on it. He's wet too, so this could be a little fun.
Dude, that's a really, really cool looking snake, man. Because like the bottom of him, like how he's checkered and stuff at the bottom.
I want to support his weight, so yeah, I'm gonna grab him like this now, and he'll be fine. I don't think he's gonna bite me. He might go for the phone. Yeah, he's dripping because he was in the water bowl. He's not like peeing on me or anything yet, but he will probably. I really like him. I have it set up in that camera thing so I can see it really well. Let me do this. Sorry about that. There we go.
And you said how big? They don't normally get too big. I think you told me that
full
last
grown.
time.
That girl right there is full grown.
Yeah.
2 to 3 feet. Usually about 3 feet. What's up, buddy? Oh, you got a piece of your little substrate on your mouth, which I am probably not going to grab off right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would, but I'm crazy like that.
Is your snakes in an bioactive enclosure?
Not this one, no. This one is in he's in a mix of sphagnum peat moss and coconut substrate, and now he's going a little bit faster.
None of my ball pythons are in a bioactive.
Well, the bioactive thing with the ball pythons, I mean, you can do it that way, but you really kind of want. Oh, I got it! I took it off his mouth. See if I could get him in the frame. There we go. Yeah, I took the little thing off. It's just part of the coconut, but he's just basically substrate is sphagnum peat moss and really fine coconut. They're supposedly like to burrow, but no, these are actually in the water 100% of the time. They never come out of the water. People find them in the wild in dry areas, under rocks, under logs. There's not a lot of water around, but for some reason, and this is very true with everybody that I know that has them in captivity, they're always in the water bowl. If there's a water bowl to be had, that's what they want. And in the wild, I guess there's not as much water or whatever it is, the reason that they're underneath the logs. But they are beautiful snakes. I'm going to try to get them. They really are. I'm going to get them. I'm going to move my phone, hold it so you can see. Oops. Flip you around a little bit. I have more lights. There we go. Hey, buddy. He's got weird stuff on his head because he's shedding. Or about to, I think, in the water. But yeah, he's got a cool pattern to him. He's got a much brighter pattern than the female does. I really like him. And he's not striky at me. He doesn't usually strike. He only strikes at food. And my phone. Occasionally my phone. He likes the heat signature.
Yeah, man. She's freaking.
Tap it. It's funny. You might actually see him do it too. I don't like make him do it, but he might try to go for it while I'm holding him. May even hit my hand. But his bite is so minuscule. It's so small. It's like his teeth are tiny. I really like these guys. They're unique. I mean, they look like a venomous animal, and they're not venomous. That's the coolest thing about them. That's why people like them.
Exactly, and because that's the thing about when most snakes, most of your non-venomous snakes, they're kind of just your browns, your blacks, and things like that. And your venomous snakes, you get a little bit more vibrant color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true that.
Then that's not true for all snakes. You can't say that because you know what I mean. You look at a green tree python,
All right, I'm gonna put this guy back in. Oops, straight up into his water bowl because he might come out of it though. See, what's funny is when I pick him out, then he'll start acting like he wants to be out, and he stays out of his water bowl for a couple of hours. Looks like he's completely dried out in a white color, and his skin gets all weird. It's like completely white. And I did a video. There's a video on my Instagram of that too. He tries to rub it off, and it never works. It doesn't look like any other snake that's going into glue. And he tries to rub it a little bit, and then goes to the water. And the next day, it looks like somebody took like a couple of tablespoons of cottage cheese and threw it in the water. It's gross. Ew. It's disgusting. But they poop in the water. They shed in the water. They do everything in the water. I just clean the water bowl often. And I have no poop in the substrate. I never have with either one of these guys. I spray them often. They do like a rather humid environment, obviously, because they're always in the water bowl. So I try to get them to roam. And I definitely get them to roam when I feed them. I don't always feed them at the water's edge, but sometimes I do. They can both eat food underwater. They both do. They'll I've seen them drag their food into the water, curl it up, drag it into the water, and just stay in the water with them and eat it upside down even in the water. It's all, I don't know what it is with these guys and why they like the water so much, but whatever. I've had worse.
Hey, if they like it, I love it. I can tell you that.
Viper boas, man. And look, I left the light on for this one because, you know, I had to. I might as well show this one. I kept this light on because I wanted to at least one or two of these guys. This is Red. Hi, Red. Red doesn't really like to be held, so Red will try to run.
Let me see here.
Until I have her, and then she's like, whatever. Hi, Red. You good? Red's cool. She's a young. I don't even remember all of them. I have her stuff up on my page. She's like 3 or 4 genetics. She's a come here, you. She's a blue bar dunner. Somebody told me maybe purple bar, but she's more like a blue bar. And she's trying to get away from me because she is young. She tries to run sometimes, but once I got her calmed down, she's cool. And she's pretty. She's my cute little girl. She's the smallest one that I have right now. She was in with another one for a while, but that other one was really trying to get all the food, trying to bully her. So she's separated, and she's this big. This is her. I mean, she's not very big at all, and this is her enclosure.
Still, it's cute little dragon though, man.
She's very cute. I like her. She's she'll sit there and like she'll bob her head. She'll wave. She doesn't know what she is yet. She has no idea. But she's cool. She likes to be outside a lot. She definitely likes being out there. And there she goes. There went her light. I set the timer for a little bit later. Now this is Betty. Hi, Betty. This is mandatory.
Oh.
Betty gets this every night. Hi, Betty. I know it's sleepy time, right? Is it time to go to sleep? Yeah. Okay, lay down. It's okay, lay down. She knows to go away from the door so that I don't slide it on her feet or anything. And she likes me to pet her before I cut off her light every night. She's the only, her and there's one other one that I will absolutely pet every day because they had no contact with people before me. And they were not, nobody. They're not used to it. They weren't used to it at all. There's another one. This is 5-star. Call her 5-star because she has 5 genetics.
Oh.
Check her out. Say hi. Can you see her clearly? I also shut off her lights manually. I do a lot of stuff manually in here. I have automatic lights, but I like to check on them, certain ones, especially to make sure everybody's cool. Anybody that's getting meds at the time or anything like that has to be checked. Let me shut this off.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. So
You all right over there,
all the bearded
BPL?
dragon lights are now off.
I've
kept them on for a little bit longer. I set the timers when right before I jumped on, so I could make sure that I could have them on long enough for you guys to see a few of them at least. In total, I have 10 bearded dragons. Only one of them cannot go outside ever. It's almost a silky, and I think that people who now I have an opinion about that. Live feeding, whatever. My opinion on silky bearded dragons is they should not be bred. I think it's horrible. They do not absorb UV rays like they should, and sun can actually burn them. It's the only one I can't bring outside.
You said it was a silky?
He will die a young death. He's older now. He's probably like 3 or 4 years old. They're supposed to live. He'll probably die in the next few years. They're supposed to live a lot longer.
Damn.
But he can't because he doesn't properly use the calcium that he's given because he can't convert it because he doesn't have I have Arcadia lights in there with him, but those are like the best, but that's still not good enough. He needs a lot more exposure. Every single one of them goes outside on at least every other day.
I know it's real big with the bearded dragons and all. Because I mean,
right. Every time I put him out there,
they're from the desert, aren't they?
He rolls around, flips around, loses his mind. Like tries to run, jumps out of anything he's in, just bashes. Like you can tell he's in pain, obvious pain. When I tried to put him out, I did it twice, and only had him out for like 2 minutes each time, and he was like, no. So I call him Berserker because he's also the one that if I'm standing there and I take the cover away from his glass, he's got 16th-inch plastic sliding doors on his melamine for a reason. They flex a lot, and he bashes that glass. Berserker! He's a nut. So I got him as a rescue. He has a very kinked tail. He wasn't taken good care of. He was super angry and hostile. Now I still can't really take him out, but I can touch him. It's hard to handle him without gloves. I use knife gloves. The gloves that you can't cut through because I have to with him. He's bad. He's very hostile when I try. And I only pull him out when I have to clean him.
It's like I said before, baby steps, man. Baby steps.
Say what?
Baby steps.
Oh yeah. Well, with him, it's just like he's set. So I have a good routine with him. He's not too bad. He definitely does not want to go outside. If he even sees sunlight coming through the door, he just loses it. So I have to do everything with him like pretty close to bedtime. He eats normal during the day. He eats a few times. But he definitely can't come out, and it sucks because people don't realize you breed leatherbacks to leatherbacks, you get silkies, and these silkies can get hurt by the sunlight, and that's my opinion.
All right, well, the boy BPL over here, I know he's kind of tired because he's been up since like 4 o'clock this morning, so we probably going to go ahead.
4 o'clock this morning. I had to put my garbage out. I forgot.
So we probably have to call it here, and we can probably pick this up when we do a part 3, and we'll probably go from there because I don't want to keep him up too late.
Feel that.
I'm fucking tired. My body is fucking sore after doing some landscaping. I am shot.
Landscaping?
Yeah, and after all the shit today with some bullshit ball pythons, yeah.
Well, I've done landscaping work. I know how hard that is. I did it in Florida. That sucked.
Well, we definitely appreciate you like showing off the viper boa. Maybe next time we get to see the flying snake because I want to get like a chance to check that guy out.
I was gonna bring him out. I totally forgot. Yep. Yes.
It's all good. We can check him out the next time. Like I said, we'll save that for part 3, and that gives people something to wait for.
I have yet to handle this snake. Maybe I'll do it in front of you. I don't. Please. I've not taken it out yet. It's very young and super flighty. Literally, like flighty. And eventually, I'm going to need something really big to keep it in because it will get 3 feet long and it will fly. I'll probably end up letting it fly around the room.
Oh God!
I'll have a certain area. Like, well, what I'll do is it won't be in here. I'm going to a facility soon It'll be bigger. It'll be warehouse style. I'll have things up on the wall for it, branches, whatever. Let it just fly around. Whatever. 3 feet long, cruising across the warehouse. I think that would be some cool stuff, man. I'll put some videos up.
Hell yeah, definitely. Send me a few, like, you know what I mean? Because I love to see them.
Throwing the lizard down, and they eat anoles, throwing in a full-grown anole down and watching it scurry across the floor and go up the wall and watch the snake going flying across the room so that it can get it. That's some cool stuff. That's what I look forward to with these things. I hear that they don't do real well in captivity, so I'm gonna make sure it does. I'm gonna try real.
I have full faith in you that you can, because like I said, you take a pretty good job of like care of all those snakes, like really, really good care. Like
the one thing,
you know what I mean?
The one thing, the reason actually, and I didn't show you this, so you can't let me go yet. The one thing is I have more time than most people because I'm at home. That's all. It's what I do. And before we go, I did tell you that I wanted to show you my 2 new snakes. This is Olivia. She's a fire pinstripe. Female. Very friendly, very handled. Definitely a pet. She was a family pet for a while. She was like one of the first snakes these people got. And from the same people, it's Cali Tex Exotics, Josh. We really think that this is a Volta. It is a pastel hypo. And she is 3,400 grams.
That is a big snake.
Right, baby? Oh yeah. She's definitely she's big. She's heavy. She's really nice, actually. She hissed at me earlier when I went to pull her out. She gives me a little bit of as a warning, but I think it's because she feels better when she's finally fully supported. Like when I'm first pulling her out, she's like, "Hey, leave me alone." But we think that she might be Volta, and for those that are unfamiliar with Volta,
thanks, Venom.
It's a region in Africa that produces bigger ball pythons. It's just an area, not a morph.
Appreciate it, Venom.
Beautiful, sure. Man. Like I really like her. I just got her, so I'm really enthralled by her. She's pretty well handled. She's been a rack snake, but she doesn't mind. Like she stayed on me and wrapped up on me for hours the other night. It was really cool.
But not to be rude, I am about to pass out there, guys. I'm gonna bail out.
It's all good, buddy. I just wanted you to see that one before we left.
Hell yeah, guys. So we got anything else you guys want to say to the people before we head on out? You go ahead.
If you happen to come across someone that you are for sure they're scamming people, do what I do, and please call them out.
Yes.
Thank you, because it'll help everyone in our community.
For sure. You got anything else you want to say, BPO?
No, I'm tired.
I think he agrees with me. I think I said it for him. I think that's where he was thinking right there.
I got you. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for stopping by tonight. It's definitely we appreciate you coming to hang out with us, showing off a couple more snakes. And like I said, next time, part 3, we can hopefully get to see the flying snake. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And we got a special thanks going out to Venom Wonderful for all the contribution he's done to the channel, along with Celtic Balls. We got Prehistoric Companions, Dragon Whisper. He's super chill guy with all his awesome bearded dragons. Ball Python Love, Desert Wolf Armory, Solo Butterfly, aka Patty, and Yondell Family Jewels. So
that's cool. I like their logo. That was cool. I can't now I'm excited to go watch this and just read the comments, because I want to see all the comments from the video.
Well, all right, guys. I'll holler at you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.